We'll see what happens.
See. What is up, everybody? Welcome to our Geeky podcast, a podcast where we talk about everything we'll be geeking out about this week. Do not adjust your phone. Do not adjust your set. This is Ash standing in for Alex this week.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we've had Alex duck out. He's got a Christmas party to be at tonight. So you are joining me and Ash tonight. So how you doing, buddy?
It's gonna be. I mean, good. It's how do you think this podcast is gonna roll without Alex this week?
I have confidence in us.
You
did get the script email.
No, look, I didn't get no script email, and I got to be honest, I'm a very off the book sort of person, so you're gonna have to deal with that for the next half an hour.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm recovering from sunburn from our little adventure that we went on yesterday.
It was quite an adventure.
It was awesome. Me and Ash headed down to Phillip Island yesterday to try and get we got some footage, got some photos, trying to get play a little bit more with my new camera system that I'll touch on a little bit. Wrap it up. Let us know what how'd you feel about it? Did you have fun?
Look, it was very fun. All our guys' trips are very fun, and I can't thank the stars enough that we do have guys' trips.
Oh, the feels.
Oh, the singing,
the sing-alongs are definitely a highlight.
The Eddie Murphy role,
and the comedy on the way down. Yeah, 100%.
So no, it was a great trip. We cannot recommend going to Phillip Island if you do live in Australia, and yeah, if you haven't been, you have to go twice, just because there's so much to do. So I dare say. Would you stay over there for a weekend? Would you actually stay, or would you do day back and forth?
Nah, look, it'll be dependent on how much you actually want to smash out. Like, you got the chocolate factory, you got amazing things.
You got the mini golf, you got the maze,
the penguins,
the seals, and they don't even come out till nighttime anyway, and so that's annoying in itself.
If you want a weekend away, it's perfect. If you want a day trip like we did, still perfect. We headed down to
Forest caves. Forest caves.
I'm gonna amend that. It's by the ocean, and it's a cave.
It's a beach.
Be ready, because that is what you get. Still awesome. It's still a little bit different to what you'd find down this way.
It is.
Got some good shots out of it. If you haven't checked them out. If you haven't seen them pop up, Ryan Berry Photography, and if you head on over to our Geeky podcast as well, you're going to be able to see them on there.
Yep.
Yeah, got some awesome shots out of it.
Yeah, it was. I saw some of the photos, and if you haven't, go check them out. They are quite fantastic, especially on the new Canon 5D that you keep bragging on about, which is probably the best segue you're going to get to.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Canon 5D. You're geeking out about this.
I was geeking out hard. So, as you may or may not know, up until last week, I was a Sony shooter. I pushed Sony, and I still think the brand is good.
Yep.
But if you want good color reproduction, which you should be seeing on us, if you want those good skin tones,
you say something about my skin tone? I was sunburned.
If you want nice white people skin tones, and if you just want that, like, it's got amazing autofocus. Like I was showing you just before, the face tracking dual pixel autofocus.
Yes.
And you just get it. It's a completely different photo coming out of a Canon camera. And like with Sony, like once again, the electronic viewfinder was awesome, seeing everything in real time. But I mean, there are some caveats to this camera, which I'll get to in a minute. But there's so much good with it. It's just it's a great camera to handle. It fits in the hand well. The photos are so crisp. its live view in comparison to other DSLRs is just next to none comparison.
Well, I guess I mean, coming from a technology standpoint, Canon to me was always the benchmark in terms of printing and color.
Yeah.
So even when I was growing up learning about technology, people would ask me, what printer should I get, and I'd tell them, you get a Canon if you got the money. If you got the money to get a printer, get a Canon. Then you got your HPs and stuff. But yeah, Canon was nothing back in the early thousands, and probably to this day, still nothing compares to the color saturation that they produce. And
their color science is unrivaled.
Yeah.
And for me, since going back to Canon, I've kind of can't help but compare them to Apple.
Yeah,
they're a premium product, but they may be a little bit behind a lot of these people that are pumping out some newer stuff, but when they bring it out, it's awesome.
Yeah, they do it right.
Yeah, that's right. So
it meshes well together.
And 100%. Yeah. Like this dual pixel autofocus, the face tracking out of it, like it's by far one of the best autofocus systems that you can get.
It's like how people, I mean, with Samsung and any other Android product, you got your different voices, like, Bixby, and you got Google Assistant, whatever that name is, I can't remember.
Yep.
But Siri, by far, like, I don't use Apple products, and I probably won't ever in the next millennium, but Siri by far is the best voice recognition. And Apple by far is sometimes, I got to give it to them, the best technology. Even though it's late technology, it's still they still produce quality content out of it. And that, I guess that's why, I mean, there's so many fanboys, and fanaticism around it.
Yeah, there really is. But I'm loving it. It's a lot to get used to going from the Sony to the new system. But it's I'm thoroughly enjoying the camera. It's become second nature to me now, a lot of the stuff that it does. So there may be a full review and a proper
yeah,
review
we might
coming
do a
up of
full
that.
thing where we're talking about a lot of doing review things, seeing what we can figure out. That's pretty cool. So we are a few days away from Star Wars.
That's the next
and
thing.
we're going on semi-midnight session because it's 12:20 a.m. not 12 a.m.
We're going to
exact.
a 20-minute late midnight launch. Yes, we are. That's the other thing I've been geeking out about this week. Like, there's another thing I've been looking forward to is the midnight launch. We've had a couple of videos come out. We've had a couple of final little previews come out, and I'm trying to avoid as much as I can now.
I really am.
I'm really trying to step back.
It's really hard being in this, trying to do a geeky podcast and not watch anything geeky because you don't want to get spoiled.
That's exactly right. It's a fine line between check out this trailer and I shouldn't post that because
it's like I'll post it. I won't watch it.
Hey, check out this trailer. It has a great start, middle, and end.
It's a quick sidebar. I had a friend who used to work like that. He never used to watch the start or middle of a movie. He'd only watch the end of a movie because the theory is the end of the movie is the best scenes of the movie. So he'd always tell people,
interesting.
So if I said, hey, you watched a new Fast and Furious movie, he goes, oh yeah, didn't start off so well. Yeah, it was all right towards the middle, but yeah, the end was freaking sick. It was sick, man. It was awesome.
What did you like about the start? A lot of what I liked came at the end of the movie. I feel like it really hit home.
But it worked brilliantly. Anytime anyone asked me how the movie was, it was phenomenal to watch this guy work.
No, that's an interesting way to approach it. It's like starting at the end of a book.
Yeah, I know. It was brilliant. I guess you could almost theorize how everything works at the end.
I feel like going to a movie, purchasing a book would be a waste of time. Like, it's just like, why would I waste my money? I just got to flick through. I've got to spare half an hour. I'm just going to flick through the end of this. This is in the library.
Not that we condone this kind of behavior, but
it's actually very specific. Not everyone is really keen like that.
Not even that. It's just like, back then, I guess when it was high school, 2006, 2007, when that streaming just started to become a thing, and we had, movies online. Granted, they were camera quality people
Yep.
walking in front of you streams, but
Oh.
and Australia was the king of piracy.
Oh, yeah.
So he just watched it on movies.net.russia.
What was, what was the downloader of the time? LimeWire? LimeWire that done more infecting than it did downloading? I'm pretty sure a lot of computers from that era are like KIA because of LimeWire.
If you didn't download LimeWire Pro off LimeWire, were you really into downloading it to begin with?
Well, that's right. Not that we do that. I don't. I certainly don't do that.
Yeah.
He might.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
But yeah,
Star
we
Wars.
are going to Star Wars. And we are going to have some. We're going to do a little bit of a vlog on the night, a little bit of a in the moment sort of thing.
We were thinking of doing something live-ish.
Yeah. We're going to be looking into that. There's still a few plans around it. If you didn't get the email about the script, I don't know what else you've missed. But yeah, stay tuned because we've got some of that stuff coming as well. We're gonna our episode after Star Wars, whenever that gets released, is gonna be a little bit
Longer.
plastered and with spoiler alerts. I think.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna-
no. You had to start off with spoiler alerts. There's no way we'd be able to talk.
100%. No, so you will be warned if you are clicking on whatever it is to do with Star Wars. There's gonna be spoilers in it because we can't talk about it without them. But yeah, we're hoping that you're all gonna get there on the for the midnight launcher around that time. We are so keen.
What I do like, I love worldwide releases because it's sometimes like a giant FU to the rest of the world because we get it like 18 hours before everyone else does. So if you're around the world and you're watching us at midnight, don't.
Don't do that. Save it for tomorrow when we're not live streaming anymore and you accidentally comment on the live stream thinking it's still happening and no one answers you. I've done that before. But yeah, releases in don't talk about my Legos. We've spoken about this before. I don't want to get the Lego movie took too long for me to watch.
Didn't the Lego Batman movie did the same thing?
Same thing.
And then they said that they weren't going to do that, and they did. And then I guess maybe they delayed. Did they delay it for school holidays?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I think it was about it.
Probably
Something
around
like
there.
that. Get the most out of their movie money. Yeah.
So 2018 is creeping up on us. Not so much creeping, but hitting us in the face. But
As I said, I don't know how I got here.
I was playing apparently Uncharted in November when it came out in May.
Yes, you were.
So
a lot of time
I don't
there,
know.
too.
I don't know what happened there. It's been a bit longer than a year now, and
That's what happens with full-time work, though. Like, something comes out on a Monday, and you're like, I've got to pick that up this weekend. Like, it's like 14 weekends later, and you're just like, oh, yeah.
Then EB Games calls me
While I'm
and says,
here.
why haven't you picked up your game yet? And I'm just like, oh. No wonder people have been talking about this game. I didn't know it was already out.
You've also got Call of Duty Modern Warfare to pick up from 2015. You coming for that?
Yeah, look, just can I get the store credit? I'll put that towards someone else that I will not pick up for the next couple of years.
Do you guys do delivery? I'd like to get it actually on or around the day. That would be awesome. But yeah, it is coming up on us really fast.
So speaking of 2018, we did have the Game Awards, the 2017 Game Awards, I think, and I didn't like the winner. I got to be honest. I'm not a fan of Zelda. I'm a fan of Zelda, but not this Zelda.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild, I could not, for whatever reason.
People are raving about this game. Alex loves
and that's
Zelda
why I shut
Breath
my
of the
mouth.
Wild.
I'm glad he might not be here for this because I'm going to berate the shit out of this game.
I'm interested. I want to see this, and I want to hear about this opinion because I myself thought like Zelda Breath of the Wild would have been a game that if I had a Switch, that would have been like the bee's knees for me on the Switch. Like that would have been awesome. Why are you so against it?
I'm not so much against it as because Zelda is a very linear game. It's not a linear game by any means, but every Zelda game you have objectives.
Mm-hmm.
You can explore the world if you want to, but I felt this game was too big. There were too many annoying situations.
Okay.
One of them, and this is one of my most pet peeved, hated situations ever. So I don't understand why you guys like this, but whatever. If the weather's thunder striking, if you get thunder and you're wearing armor, metal armor, you will get struck by lightning every 3 steps. In the map, no matter where you are on the map, you could be hiding behind a rock, mountain, whatever. That lightning will find you. Okay? So you have to now strip down to your most basic armor and then run around the world so you don't get hit by lightning for the next 20 minutes. But in the midst of that, because you have your weakest armor, you're now fighting enemies that are stronger than you.
Alright, that's highly inconvenient.
Yeah. Then you put your armor on, and you're like, okay, I gotta put my armor back on. And then you gotta do that every half an hour. Every half an hour to 45 minutes, you gotta go, alright, it's not thundering anymore. I now have to put my armor back on. I'll go do some more quests. And then you're 20 minutes later, 35, you know that's coming. 40 minutes later, you know, like in the next 40 minutes, I'm now going to take my armor off, and do this whole thing again, and then get killed the next 13 times because I'm too weak to use a metal sword. Not only will I get struck by lightning, I will get struck by every other creature.
Do weapons play an impact on this?
Yeah, they destroy themselves.
Really?
Yeah, they're weak. They're weak. So
conduct and then done.
The puzzles, half of them I really didn't understand. I like puzzles. Uncharted puzzles and even Resident Evil puzzles are probably like the bar for me in terms of puzzles. I don't wish to do anything harder than what they produce. These are some of these puzzles make me think, like, how does a kid do this? How does a kid, like an 8 to 10-year-old kid, do this puzzle? I can't do this. I now have to go on YouTube to find some other Russian YouTuber to say how you do this in 10 steps when it clearly he's been obviously got the game a year ago before the year release to actually play the game. Look, I don't know. It annoyed me. It was too open world.
Yeah,
there's just too many things going on for me to say it was game of the year.
Fair enough opinion.
So to me, it's like I don't know. It's like a weirdly designed Assassin's Creed, and I don't know if you'd be into that. Like, you like Assassin's Creed, and did you play Skyrim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thoroughly.
Did you like it?
Yes.
You might you might have a different perspective.
We've spoken about open maps and the perspective, like this sort of perspective before.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a game where you definitely you love it or hate it. There's no real in between with it.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, at some points at a time, we didn't finish it. We didn't finish it. I just went, nah, I've had it. Like, Naomi got less than I did, and this is just during the holidays, so I didn't really have work, and I was working shift work as well, so I was taking my shift and switching to work. And at one point, I'm just like, nah, I'm done. Like, I'm over. Like,
really?
I'm done. I've got better stuff to play, and I was right. I had Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a freaking phenomenal game. I don't know how that didn't win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Because of the story, the graphics, the interface, the music. Speaking of PlayStation, if you want to send me the collector's edition vinyl records that you just released on your store, that'd be really great. That's a quick little plug for you.
That's if you're watching.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but I'd really
He actually recently bought merchandise to do with PlayStation as well.
I did. And thank you, Alicia. I'll shout out to you because you actually got me a t-shirt, the PlayStation jersey. It looks amazing. And you saw it.
Yeah, you wore it the other day. That's good.
And so I was quite thoroughly happy because I asked a couple of stores and they didn't have it. As soon as they got it, they sold out. And so I was lucky that I have a few friends in EB Games, and they said, I'll look out for you. And then Alicia actually came through and said, yep, I've got one. I'll store it in the back. And damn, girl, she did well. She did well. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that jersey.
So thank you very much, Alicia.
Thank you, Alicia. Thanks to PlayStation Vital Records.
We'll drop a link to her page. She's got a very good gaming geeky page. We'll
Yes,
drop
she
a link
does.
to that in the description below as well.
But yeah, also when we got A Way Out coming out next year, they dropped another thing for that. And also really cool. You don't have to have the game to play it. Like I can have the game and I can invite you to play the game with me. You don't.
Oh, so you can
Yeah,
You don't need to
absolutely.
have someone else invest.
Yeah,
in something they might not play.
Exactly, and I found that
That's awesome.
That was quite incredible. You might have to do some sort of download of sort, but I'm guessing so. Yeah, have some sort of game files.
We
but
were
yeah.
going to give that a go. We really wanted
that
to
would
play
be really fun.
I thought I missed it the other day. I was just like, I was going to play that game. What happened to it? And I was looking at releases for next year and was like, there it is.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's coming out. You got The Last of Us 2, which I just replayed The Last of Us again. Again, so much better games. I don't understand.
I love it. My personal one that I'm looking forward to the most is Anthem.
Oh, yeah, you got
Not the
Anthem,
good Charlotte
BioWare's
song.
new IP coming out. Yeah.
Not the good Charlotte song. Yeah, I'm so keen for that game. It's yeah, I'm very keen for the new that it just looks like Destiny meets Mass Effect
Meets Iron Man.
Meets Iron Man. It's just insane. That's definitely a game that I'll be looking forward to in 2018.
Yeah, no, that looks good. So we got lots of stuff coming up.
We do.
And we ourselves have got so much stuff coming up.
We have a lot planned for the new year.
Oh, man.
If you thought the content was getting heavy now, stay tuned because we have got something. We've been reaching out to people. We've been reaching out to cosplay community for photo shoots. Which if you're interested in that, drop us a bell.
Drop us a bell. What is that?
And by drop us a bell, I mean contact Ash through the socials 'cause he will respond.
Or Ryan
to you.
Berry Photography because
Ryan Berry Photography. Yeah.
he's
A
cool
lot of the
with that.
cosplayers, if you're watching this, a lot of the guys that I've spoken to already are through that page. So
Yeah, so that's been
there's lots going on next year.
man, I cannot wait for next year to arrive.
But yeah, I think
Start this whole new journey all over again.
Oh, for sure. We're
Yeah.
gonna finish this journey first.
Do we have to though?
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, no, it's gonna be fun.
gonna be
Can't
awesome.
wait. Look, we can't thank you enough, guys. The pages have been going quite active recently, especially our Instagram page. So thanks to you guys for that. Yeah, we love the support and
we see it. We
yeah,
literally see
exactly.
everything that happens.
I
so.
can't. Well, I think I'm gonna announce it. We're gonna do a shout out video to everyone or most of everyone that we can do.
Yeah, within a 1 minute Instagram clip.
We'll try and we'll
try and get it in
Instagram
with
the
that.
man. Damn.
I reckon we can do it.
But I talk my mouth off. I talk my mouth
You're gonna be like an auctioneer.
Okay.
And I like to think at hashtag. But yeah, we've got a lot coming out. Stay tuned to the socials. Especially at the end of this week, Star Wars episode coming out.
Watch the live stream. Maybe.
Yeah. We really
Maybe.
There's lots going on. And we hope to see you all around. We hope to see you all for this episode and our wrap up goodbye episode for the year. But yeah, there's lots coming on. Lots gonna be happening with us. But yeah, you've had me, you've had Ash today. As usual, sub, like, follow, socials, Our Geeky Podcast. You know where to find us. If you want to see my photography, you want to follow me, Ryan Berry Photography, on all the Instas and all the Facebooks and all the socials.
Don't sound like an old man. That's my job. That's my job.
Out on the intranet. But yeah, thank you for joining us this week, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Hey, hold on.
What?
You didn't follow us at Our Geeky Podcast, not just follow Ryan.
No,
Berry.
I said at Our Geeky Podcast. Sub, like, follow, socials, Our Geeky Podcast. You know where to find us.
I swear to you, I only heard you plug yourself. You must have whispered it.
Sub, like, follow, socials, Our Geeky Podcast. You know, if you got the email about the script, you would. Anyway,
Thanks
thank
a
you
lot
very much for
joining us,
watching.
guys.
Peace.